Hello there and welcome to the garden. Today is a work day. The garden is an absolute mess. I've been putting down some compost on the beds. I've been making containers. I broke a container. There's just a lot of stuff going on right now. It's kind of like a disaster. It's one of those things are going to get worse before they get better situations, but we are going to attempt to clean the garden and get it back into shape. Got the girls out here with me, so we'll see how this goes. This could be a multi-day process, but we're gonna give it a shot. I did want to show you a couple new updates to the garden because there are a couple fun things. So of course I have my containers that I just did for spring. I just put these in a video. I'm loving having some herbs out here, some fresh things. We've got some lettuce coming up in the lettuce containers, which is exciting. A little squirrel got in here a little bit, but now the lettuce is coming up, as well as the arugula. I did step on one of my lettuce containers, which was really sad. So I'm actually gonna replace that with a grow bag because I think it'll be nice to have a bigger pot in this area anyways. And yeah, that's broken beyond repair. Obviously that's completely gone. And then the other, like, this is just, oh my gosh, I gotta clean it all up. But my really exciting addition, I put down compost for where the tomatoes are gonna go, composted this bed, composted over here because we're gonna put the milkweed and some sunflowers and stuff over in this section of the garden. But I also planted a rose. So I have a really kind of fancy David Austin rose coming, but I also found this little plant I think I just found it at like the Walmart and I grabbed it. So this is the variety Lavender Crush. It's supposed to be really, really fragrant and just kind of like a beautiful kind of purpley rose. So the other rose that I have coming is like an apricot kind of color. And then this is like this purple and it's a climbing rose. So I'm thinking it'll climb up over the fence here and kind of ramble along, and then I'll put the other rose over here and it'll fill in the corner. And then we'll have the sunflowers and the milkweed, the phlox will come up. That's the goal anyways for this perennial area. And I stuck it in a container. I don't know if I should have put it directly in the ground. I don't know, I go back and forth with some perennials. I just thought I would try it in the container, and I can always plant it into the ground at the end of the season or next spring if I want to, if it doesn't do well. But I'm just gonna try it. I'm gonna try it in the container and see how that goes. And I think it looks really nice. Just putting down a layer of compost makes everything look really nice too. Like that corner was looking so scraggly and now it's looking really fresh. So then the rest of it is just clean up. I've just got to pick all this stuff up and get this grow bag set to go. I'm gonna fill it with some soil so it's ready to go, and then try to figure out, I may just leave it and plant into it later when I'm ready to plant out some of my summer plants, because we're getting close to that time and I want to do like some peppers, maybe like a pepper in it or an eggplant or something like that. I'm gonna do a few of those things in containers this year. I'm really excited to have a lot of edibles in containers. And then I think I'm gonna do a couple little containers as well. I have some of the thyme starts. I planted a bunch of this orange thyme in, well, not a bunch, I planted two up in the green stalk planter, but I have these little tiny pots because I thought it'd be kind of cute and whimsical to tuck in a few little pots in different corners of the garden. So I have a few of them and I thought it'd be kind of cute just to do like a little thyme in each one of these pots. I'll take the wrapper off it, and then just like I can tuck it into the arrangement and it'll be nice. All right, so let's start with cleaning up. I should have just started by bringing out this compost bag rather than just throwing all of the plants onto the ground. But you know what? Sometimes it just happens. I think I'm gonna save all of these too. I'm tempted to just toss them, but it's really nice for starting just like if you want to do a couple random seed starts, you know, it's nice to have some pots. So I think I am going to hang on to them just for a little bit. So if I want to, I'm going to be starting I'm going to be starting spring things, and so to have a few extra pots around would probably be good. I need to make a correction. This is not orange time, it's orangello time. So a little correction. A nice spreading time that will fill out in these little cups and be really cute. How fun is that? All right, I'm gonna put back this potting soil. This is an area of my garden I keep working on. It's kind of a catch-all, but eventually I want to get like some galvanized, maybe like a galvanized kind of trash bin where I can put potting soil and just have it. Maybe switch this out for a potting bench one day. That would be really nice, but for right now it just stores some things. I think I'm gonna try to go grow ivy up this trellis in the summer, but it works. You've got to have a space like this in the garden. But anyways, I think we got it mostly cleaned up. Oh, here, let me grab this. There we are. The garden looks so much better. Ooh, and I got to put back, this is one of my container ponds, which kids in the garden. But now here we are with the new lettuce containers and the garden all cleaned up. All right, and here again, all refreshed. Oh, it's looking so much better and starting to look spring-like. I have to say, pulling out those tired old cabbages and sticking in just a couple fresh heads of lettuce has totally given this space like a new lease on life. I feel like it's looking just so much better. And the mulch and the little mulching of compost is making this space look nice. I'm gonna go ahead and water all of the new things, make sure I get that rose watered in since I just planted it the other day, and get these little lettuces watered. Let's just check on the carrots while we're out. Squirrels have been digging in here, as you can see, but ooh, there's a little bit of a carrot starting. I don't know if you can see that in there. So that's encouraging. I'm really excited to harvest those carrots. They have been the most fun thing that I grew over the winter, and now I'm just, I'm excited for when they're actually ripe enough, or not, ripe? I don't know, what is the word you use? Just big enough to harvest. That'll be really cool. But they are adding, even to this like spring garden, they're definitely making it look a lot more spring-like. So that's pretty good. I think I'm pretty much done with spring planting, but we'll see. The changes are gonna keep coming in the garden now as we're more and more able to plant things out. I'm gonna let like the milkweeds and stuff have another, few weeks where they get a couple sets of true leaves, but then all the planting over in the perennial sections will start, and that'll be a really exciting big change. But for now, I'm just happy the garden looks clean. Clean as it's gonna get. Nothing like sweeping this garden to give it a whole new kind of look. Having a patio in the middle of your garden, you realize you end up sweeping a ton. Anyways, I'm gonna hang out with these girls. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye-bye.